Marvel Rivals Season 2 is getting 2 new heroes, a new map, new team-ups, and potentially even more balanced changes. And with the time till the new season ticking down every day, what can we expect for the new season? Whilst nothing is revealed yet officially, there are some hints lying in the game's story that give us a big clue as to what and who is coming next season. So I thought it would be fun to theorize what might be coming in just a few weeks' time for Season 2. The most exciting thing has to be the new heroes. We're getting 2 next season, and with Season 1.5 ending with Blade being saved from Dracula's grasp, the most likely hero for the start of the season will be Blade. So who is Blade, what abilities could he have, and what's the most likely role? Let's take a look at Blade's backstory so we could maybe get an idea for his abilities. With Blade being bit by Morbius, he has developed super strength. In fact, Blade is strong enough to pierce Hulk's skin with a sword. I always wondered how Hulk got tattoos. Now it kind of makes sense. Blade also has super agility and can basically fight for hours on end without getting tired. He is also super agile, and whilst not the fastest hero in Marvel, he's pretty fast, and he can blink back and forth super quickly. Blade is best known for wielding a double-edged sword, but he also has experience with all sorts of weapons and guns. So when it comes to abilities, the Marvel Rivals devs really could draw inspiration from many different appearances from Blade's TV show or comics. There's a lot of places to get inspiration from. Now, what's really great though is we've already seen Blade in game. He can be seen holding a large sword, so that's definitely going to be a part of his kit. And when it comes to long range attacks, he could definitely have anything from a machine gun to a flamethrower to even throwable stakes from his vampire hunting kit. There really is a lot of room for inspiration here because Blade is such a versatile character. I really hope Blade has some kind of fast-paced dash ability because with his super agility, this would fit in with lore and would work really well in Marvel Rivals. With all of this firepower and melee weaponry, it does seem very likely Blade will be a duelist. He's not really big enough to be a Vanguard and doesn't really have any Vanguard-based defensive abilities, and his kit is definitely not suited for a strategist role. So what about the other potential hero for Marvel Rivals Season 2? If we dive more into the Marvel Rivals lore, we can piece together the potential theme for Season 2. And that should definitely point us in the right direction for the next hero. The final gallery card for this season heavily hints that Doom plans to party crash a gala, which could very well be referencing to the Hellfire Gala. It's basically the biggest mutant celebration in the universe, where all of the mutants meet once per year to celebrate and elect a new X-Men team. So it seems very likely that the next hero will be part of the X-Men, and if it somehow isn't, then X-Men will definitely be tied into the lore somehow. And if we delve deeper into the lore for Marvel Rivals, we might be able to get a good guess for who that hero might be. The Hellfire Gala is always set on the island Krakoa, which, by the way, is literally a gigantic living being. So yeah, it's really likely to be an X-Men character. And you may have seen some leaks online, but honestly, I'd say we really don't know who will come in Season 2 for definite, but my personal theory is that it will be Emma Frost. And there are 2 main reasons why. She was the first person to mention the gala in Marvel lore, and on top of that, Frost International, a company owned by the Frost family, which Emma Frost is a chairwoman for, currently has their building set up in the Sanctum Sanctorum map. Now, they could have put any other building here, but it makes me think that Emma Frost is definitely somewhere along the way. Now, even with all these hints and teasers, this still doesn't mean Emma Frost will come next season, but I think there's a good chance she'll come to the game soon, if not. So, what could Emma Frost's abilities be in Marvel Rivals if she did come? Well, the most well-known ability for Emma Frost is that she can convert her whole body into an organic diamond that makes her incredibly strong, heavy, and resistant. And she can also gain enhanced speed and strength when doing this. She also has psionic powers with which she can manipulate others' minds or project illusions into other people's vision. Her psionic power is so strong that she can telepathically send others into sleep. There are so many possibilities for her kit in Marvel Rivals, although I do see her using her diamond ability to gain extra health or survivability. Her telepathic powers could give her ranged attacks and maybe even force sleep opponents. And maybe she could have some kind of illusion ability to send out fake versions of herself to confuse enemies as well. There's a lot of options for her kit. With a very versatile set of abilities here, it's really hard to know what her role could be. She could well be a strategist. There's certainly a lot of kit that would be good for anti-dive, and even potentially she could be a vanguard because her main ability allows her to turn into diamond and become super strong and hard to kill. Now, I do hear a lot of people say that she'll be a vanguard online, but I do have one worry. Her height is on the smaller side. Even Captain America in lore is 6'1". I know that's kind of hard to believe when you go in game. He kind of looks like the little guy, but he's, fairly tall. Emma Frost is only 5'10". And although maybe she could have two forms where she becomes larger and stronger, similar to Hulk, I think maybe there's more of a chance she'll be a strategist. But that's just my personal theory. We could end up getting a different X-Men character entirely, or maybe even another hero. But what about other content? We know we should be getting a new map as well for the season, and with them heading to the Hellfire Gala, Krakoa would be a very interesting map location. And I'd be very curious to see how a map on Krakoa could evolve as the match progresses, because it's literally a living island that can walk around. And I feel like most iterations of Krakoa in comics varies massively from one another. So I'd actually be really excited to see how NetEase tackle this as a playable map, especially with all the sort of evolving elements that happen as the map goes on. The Hellfire Gala would be a perfect fit for the Battle Pass theme as well, and it would basically have all the heroes swagged out to the max. It's interesting to see that some recent skin releases in the store could actually fit quite well with the Hellfire Gala theme, but either way, I'm very happy to see what other heroes would look like in their best suit or dress. And Marvel Rivals Season 2 should see massive balance changes and excitingly new team-ups confirmed by the devs. I think it will be exciting to see Blade team up with some of the existing heroes. In the comics, he has so many encounters with members of the X-Men and the Avengers and other heroes, so there are actually many potential options for cool team-ups here. And with the X-Men cast potentially growing in Season 2, I think it would be nice to see more X-Men related team-ups like we do with the Fantastic Four. Maybe if Emma Frost was added, she could have a telepathic link with other X-Men members to give them boosted health or something. We'll probably see another Black Widow buff, like always, and maybe some more attention to the duelists that still struggle to hit high win rates like Squirrel Girl and Scarlet Witch. I also hope that the developers will take a good old look at the ranked distribution and the ranked system. The current system seemed to go on for a little bit too long, and whilst the devs did want to do a mid-season rank reset, the community weren't happy with that, and I think the end result was they had a system in place that wasn't really designed to be there for the entire season. So a lot of people kind of ranked up a little bit too far, and all of the ranks are kind of just a bit of a mess when it comes to skill range and overall sort of player variance when it comes to individual skill on each player in the team, which is a bit of a problem when you want to have fair, fun matches. It's not fair for extremely experienced players to be alongside new players in ranked. In quick play, I mean, that's another story. So I do hope that they kind of look at this. Perhaps they'll do a larger rank reset and some overall systemic changes to how we rank up. I'm sure they're going to have something in store for us in terms of ranked, because they've been so responsive to community feedback already. So that really lends itself to the final question of today. When will the new season launch? Well, with the Battle Pass saying 21 days, 13 hours at the time of recording, it's likely to be April 11th. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.